Raise your hand if you've ever looked at your watch during or after a run and thought, ugh, I'm too slow, my splits were off, I didn't hit my pace, I should have gone faster. Sound familiar? That, my friend, is perfectionism sneaking into your running. And it can so easily, quietly, quickly steal joy from every kilometre. So let's talk about perfectionism. If you're new around here, hello, my name is Gillian. I'm a running mindset coach and host of Your Running Coach with GMacSpurr podcast. I work with runners one-on-one, helping them shift their mental game so they can run further, stronger, and have more joy, without letting self-criticism, comparison, or data obsession rule their runs. So perfectionism in running is tricky because it can often disguise itself as ambition, as drive, as big goal setting. And yeah, perhaps you are chasing a faster time, but with that can come the expectation of flawlessness, of every single run needing to hit perfectly, or your training cycle is done for, that you need to just quit. There's so much weight around that perfect cycle. And with every run achieving the pace that you want or need, when you tie your progress entirely to numbers on a watch, you risk losing sight of the bigger picture, of the mental, emotional, and psychological growth that isn't captured in the data on your wrist. So here's what I want you to know. Truth number one, progress is bigger than pace. Maybe today you didn't hit your target pace, but did you show up? Did you move even when motivation was low? Did you experiment with fueling or try a new route? Did you show yourself some compassion, some kindness, some love? That's progress. It's invisible to your watch, but it's measurable in confidence and resilience. Truth number two, data is a tool. That is it. Data is a tool. Your Garmin, Strava, Apple Watch, whatever it is you use, it doesn't know your full story. It doesn't know the sleep that you missed. Well, maybe it does if it tracks your sleep, but it doesn't know the mental battle that you fought to get out the door, or the niggle you worked around, or the mindset trickery that you were navigating. Treat the numbers as helpful feedback, not proof of failure. Your watch doesn't know what you went through in order to lace up and go for a run today. Truth number three, perfectionism is a sneaky energy thief. Focusing on those perfect splits or flawless execution drains mental energy. That fatigue leaks into the joy of running and makes you more likely to skip sessions or overtrain or get frustrated with yourself and the progress that your brain is telling you that you're not making. The more you chase perfection, the further it can slip from your grasp. Truth number four, small wins compound. Shifting your focus to micro progress is so freaking powerful. Did you complete that run without checking your watch every kilometre? Did you try a new strategy and learn from it? Did you celebrate finishing when you wanted to quit? These are victories you can't see on the leaderboard or on your watch, but they matter so much. What micro wins have you experienced on your most recent runs? Are you giving them the weight that they deserve? Okay, let's shift gear a little bit and talk about strategies in order to shift your mindset. Let's start with redefine success before you've even laced up, before you do the run. So instead of deciding success is that perfect pace, define it as showing up and giving it your best effort, or whatever you want success to be for that run that isn't based off of numbers on your watch. How do you want to feel? What do you want to think? What actions are you going to take during that run that you can then tick as a success once you've finished? The second one is anchor progress in feelings, not numbers. After each run, ask yourself, how did I feel physically? How did I feel mentally? Did I stay curious? Did I notice any improvements? Let these answers guide your sense of progress. Experiment and record the non-quantitative wins. So what I mean by this is, if you're old school and like paper and pen, keep a journal. Log your insights, your small experiments, your mental wins from each run. Now, if you're not old school, put it in your notes app, on your phone, whatever, but log them. Like things that your watch isn't going to be measuring. And over time, you'll see growth that you can't track with pace alone, but progress is being made. Next is embrace imperfection as data. Instead of seeing a slower run as failure, see it as information. What can it teach me about my training, about my nutrition, about my mindset, or my body that day? Like, dive into what happened on that run that gave you the results that you got. Now, not in a perfectionism way, but more leaning into curiosity and improving things for next time. Now, if you have listened to more than one episode, that you will know that each episode I give you some journal prompts to dive deeper into the topic that we're discussing. So, pen and paper, go grab it, or use your notes app on your phone. So I've got let's do 4 questions, 4 journal prompts for you today. Ready? How do I define success when I run? Starting with a big one. What invisible wins did I notice in my last few runs? Bonus points if it's got nothing to do with data. So, what did you think? What did you feel? What did you experience? What can't be measured? Number 3, how can I experiment or adjust this week without obsessing over perfectionism? I don't know about you, but I know I would probably constrict it that way. Okay, if I'm not obsessing over perfectionism or perfection, what am I obsessing over? And finally, if pace wasn't the be-all and end-all, what would my running goal be if you weren't thinking about achieving a personal best, a personal record, or achieving a particular time? What would your goal be? What would you be striving towards? Really curious about that one. If you are on Facebook, come join the Your Running Coach community and come share your answers with me. I would love to hear from you. Okay, here's a real one. I ran my first in real life race earlier this year, my first in years. Training had been okay. I certainly wasn't achieving paces that I would have liked to have been running, but I knew why I wasn't running those paces. Like, there was many things out with running that were going on in my life, and I was cool with what I was able to achieve on the road. But as soon as I was running, maybe it was hot, maybe my legs felt heavy, maybe a fast runner went by me, whatever the trigger was, it would spark frustration when I looked at my watch. So it wasn't the situation that happened that frustrated me. It was the situation triggered me to then look at my watch, and I would get frustrated with what I was seeing on my watch. Now, remember, outside of running, I was completely cool with my paces. It was during my runs that my mind was not happy with my numbers. And after seeing this pattern on a few runs, and it was runs that were different distances, different paces, that there wasn't any clear identifying piece. It was just runs in general. So after I saw this pattern, I paused and asked myself, what would progress look like if I didn't care about the numbers? And it was that point that I realized that even though I said I was okay with the numbers. When I was actually running, I wasn't okay with my numbers. And I know pace is just a number. And yet, in those moments, I was putting so much weight on what it meant of me, of my running goals, of me being a running coach. It opened up quite a few things for me. So what I started doing is I stopped wearing my watch for a few weeks to enjoy the run without having any numbers, any data. Like, I wasn't really confident in the distances that I was running. I had a rough idea, but I didn't know for exact. And I certainly didn't know the paces. And that reset, I was able to let go of my pace goal and focus back on enjoying the run, experimenting with my stride, noticing my surroundings, being aware of what my body and mind were telling me. And by the end of that experiment, I realized I had run more kilometers without stopping than I had the week before, or 2 weeks before, because I did it without, I didn't have my watch on for a couple of weeks. I really noticed the shift in my body, how it was enjoying the run, how I was able to run stronger. My mind was much more relaxed, and my watch didn't need to record these distances, these paces, for me to really enjoy what I was doing. And that's when I truly learned that progress isn't always numeric. It's growth you feel, not just splits that you see. So if perfectionism, watch obsession, or self-criticism is taking the joy out of your running, one-on-one online coaching is where we tackle that head on. We focus on mindset, not just miles or kilometers. So every run becomes a chance to grow your confidence and resilience. If this is something that you would like to explore, you can send me a DM on Instagram. I'm at GMacSpurr coaching, or send me an email. My details are below in the show notes. And we can chat about how you can shift your running mindset today. Thank you for listening. See you next week. Don't forget to follow the podcast. We've got new episodes every week. Bye for now.